everyone. Welcome to another new episode on There's More to Be Done. My name is Anam, and I'm a psychology enthusiast. Over the years, I've been able to develop a toolkit of strategies that have helped me create the kind of life I dreamt about, and I'm here to share them with you so that you can create yours. Today, we are going to talk about taking a pause. A while ago, I had read a book called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. It's a book written by Lori Gottlieb, and in case you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend this book. It was a really good read that helped me understand a lot of different concepts. In this book, the author quoted a Viktor Frankl quote, which says, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power." The moment I read the quote, it was like things clicking into place for me. In the environment that I was raised in, things always seemed uncertain. So I grew up to be a little bit of a control freak. And it was not very evident. Like if you spoke to me on a daily basis, it won't really stand out. But if you paid close attention, I only got upset or mad at things when situations did not go according to my plan. It was very subtle, but it was there. I was impatient and I wanted to see results and quickly. And when I read this quote, it reminded me of all these people who really wished well for me in my life, always telling me about how I should focus on having more patience. And of course, at the time, it felt repetitive, but this quote really helped that click into place. Now, let's talk about what does this look like? Let me put this quote into context. To be honest, in simple terms, it is a combination of spontaneous time management and planning. So, say that you have to go out and run errands. You looked outside, it looks bright and sunny. So, you got dressed accordingly. You wore your summer dress, you wore normal shoes, and you stepped out. There's a whole list of errands that you have to run that day, and you're going about your day, and suddenly the weather takes a turn. Who can relate? I'm sure I have been in that situation a couple of times. Anyways, so it starts to snow, and there is ice rain and bad weather. And now you realize you're not even wearing the right shoes. So while you're out now, you don't have the right gear, you're cold, and you're going to feel miserable doing every single activity that you planned. You are not going to be a happy camper. It is going to be irritating, frustrating, and outright just miserable. But flip the situation. Say, before heading out, you actually took a pause. You looked outside, you saw the sun is bright, and you decided, oh, since I'm going to be out for a while, let me look at the weather. Let me check how the day is going to progress. So now you notice that it's going to snow or it is going to be windy later in the day. So now that you've seen that there might be a chance of rain and bad weather, you take an extra umbrella, you take your raincoat, you wear the right shoes, and you go out with everything geared up properly in your car with all the accessories that you need now. So now, as you're going about your day, if the weather does take turn to the worst, You now put on your gear, you continue to do your errands. But because you had that mental preparation and you were prepared, you will notice that you'll be much more relaxed doing your chores and you'll feel much more accomplished because you'll have that sense of accomplishment that even if the day changed and there were unexpected things, you still got everything done. You did your due diligence, you planned your day properly, and it was a productive day. So, just by taking a little bit of space before planning your day and actually heading out to start it, you were able to change the entire outcome. You were able to reflect and think about what you need to prepare to go through the entire day being outside. And this helped you having your entire day being productive. You didn't feel any frustration because you were mentally prepared. You were in your head prepared that there was a possibility that the day could turn out bad. And so now your experience wasn't that bad. In majority of the situations when you do get hurt, you get more hurt if you didn't see the accident coming. For example, if you stepped out and you slipped, if you knew you were going to slip, your body automatically prepares for it. You tighten your muscles, you switch a certain way so that your body is in an angle where you think you can take the hit with minimal damage, and the impact is less, and so the recovery is faster. But say if you slip out of nowhere because you were not paying attention or because there was something that you didn't see before, it is more likely that you're going to hurt something which is going to make a much worse gash or injury because you had not seen that coming. But just by being mentally prepared, the entire outcome of the situation changed. Even if it's spontaneous, think about a work situation. For example, you have a project. And usually in projects, everything is planned out before things actually happen. But as in when you progress through the project, things happen and they happen without warning that are not a part of the plan. What do you do in those situations? You don't panic or accept the situation. You take a minute, you take a pause, think about it, make a few phone calls, consult with people, create a pivot plan, and then get going on it. If you just see a problem and keep pointing out that there is a problem, it's not going to solve itself. Nor are you going to get the time that you lose over getting upset that things are not going your way. Taking your pause in that moment will help you gather the details of the situation and think about what you want to do going forward. Because life, as they say, is not a bed of roses. It's not always going to be cherry blossoms. There are going to be storms, hurricanes, and we have to go through all the seasons: the spring, the summer, the fall, the winter. We have to go through it all. There is no actual choice there because we're just meant to go through life like that. That's what we are here for on this earth, to live life in all its glory and its highs and its lows. What is in our control is how we mentally prepare ourselves and how we equip ourselves with knowledge, with tools, with strategies to deal with everything that's coming our way, even the bad stuff. Taking a pause, it's a universal strategy, by the way. It is applicable in so many different situations. Say you're struggling with low confidence and you're feeling very nervous to go to, say, a networking event. Taking a pause before you RSVP will help you reflect on why your instinct is to say no. And once you do identify that it's because of your low confidence, that that's making you feel nervous to go to this networking event, you now have time to plan and mentally prepare for conversation cues, current trends that might be relevant to the attendees of this event, or just practicing an elevator pitch. Because people are not kidding when they talk about everything going 10 times better when you plan ahead. When you plan things, what you're really doing is taking a pause and the space to mentally prepare yourself to tackle what's coming. Our body has a great muscle memory. So when you're going through these scenarios in your mind over and over again, your mind and your muscle memory have gone through the scenario enough times that when you actually face the challenge, it goes a lot more smoother than you can even imagine. At work, my manager once gave me a golden advice that I use in my personal and professional life, which is a total lifesaver. It literally changed the way I communicate forever. He said that whenever anyone comes to you for anything, any question, any doubts, to ask you to do something, even if you know the answer or your instinct is to say yes, always say, hmm, let me confirm something and get back to you on it. This was a game changer for me because we as people are always so eager to score points with other people, to feel wanted and needed, that wherever there is an opportunity to prove ourselves helpful, we always want to jump in. We want to take the opportunity and show that we matter. But when you take the time to listen to the question, think about it, and even if you know the answer, when you take the time, you will realize that you were able to articulate the answer better and prepare for any follow ups that maybe you did not have an answer for. And you're also doing one more thing. You're setting a precedence that people cannot come to you last minute. You're not going to save someone from last minute blunders. But if they do come to you, they're assured that when you do provide a response, that's something that does not need any more fact checking. They'll come to you more prepared and they'll respect your time more, and that will help you manage your time better. That's the power of a simple pause. And that's what I'm going to leave with you today. Try to experiment with this for a few days. Let me know how it goes. I would really like to know if it was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode and found this topic helpful. If you did find it helpful or you know somebody who might like this topic, please like and share the episode. And please follow the show on the app that you're listening to this podcast on. Please do let me know in the comment section of how you like this episode and if you have any questions regarding this topic or any other topics that I have shared in my podcasts. I'll be more than happy to answer them. For more content, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at theresmoretobedone or visit my blog at theresmoretobedone.blog. Links are in the episode description below. This is Anam, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Keep learning, keep growing.